I am telling you, if you don't understand anything of what I'm saying, you're missing one of the biggest potential stories ever, ever, ever. This is bigger than anything. And the hardest part is to try to find somebody who knows who the hell MrBeast is. A lot of people say, what are you talking about? Who? Mr. Who? Oh my God. The Rockefeller Foundation, New World Order meeting, an influencer for kids going after the youth. Oh, dear God. Pay attention, dear friends. Oh, I had to. Let me bring you up to speed. In the event you've ever heard of this fella, don't worry about it. A lot of people don't because it's the way it is. But I love, oh my God, there's so many things that I just go berserk over. And a lot of them, of course, is the idea of influence and how intel and globalist propaganda units feed and contaminate our youth and set the tone. Now, the Rockefeller Foundation just made probably its boldest move yet into the minds of American youth. And they're using one of the most powerful digital influencers on earth to do it. I don't care whether you know who he is. I don't care. People have the tendency like, well, I never watch CNN. Who cares? Well, I never watch it. Who cares? It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, the guy's huge. And the method they're using is subtle. The stakes are enormous. Welcome to next gen storytelling, which is nothing more than focus grouped language for psychological conditioning, PsyOps, intel, cultural engineering, political propaganda, delivered through a friendly face in a hoodie with a billion views. This week, Dr. Rajiv J. Shah, the president of the Rockefeller Foundation and longtime player within the globalist philanthropy machine. And by the way, there ain't nothing philanthropic about it. Ask Bill Gates if he's philanthropic. Don't think so. Anyway, they proudly announced a partnership with MrBeast, the most influential YouTube creator alive. Period. Now, Shah didn't hide their intent. He said plainly, this alliance is meant to, quote, emotionally connect with the younger generations in ways traditional philanthropy has failed to do. Okay, that might sound harmless until we translate it. It means their old methods of persuasion are losing grip. So they're going straight to your children through the content they already consume. It's unbelievably fascinating. And MrBeast's audience isn't just large. It's precisely the population any political regime or ideological machine would kill to influence. Roughly 60% of his viewers are between 13 and 24. Did you hear what I just said? Roughly 60% of his viewers are between 13 and 24. Makes you wonder, how does an older dude attract kids? But far be it from me. The rest mostly fall under 34. Oh my God, that's gold mine stuff. Now, remember, it depends upon the demo. If you want to sell high ticket stuff, you don't want 13-year-olds. But if you're trying to shape the minds of the future, that's the target. He has more cultural reach than CNN, MSNBC, late night television, most Hollywood studios, and even cable news hosts combined. Bigger than, I don't know about Rogan, but he's huge. Now, that is why this move is not about philanthropy. It's about power. It's about power 100%, and it's brilliant. You can close that door, honey. The Rockefeller Foundation didn't stumble into this. According to investigative researchers like Peter Schweizer and Seamus Bruner, this is the same organization bankrolling the, quote, permanent protest industrial complex, okay? The anti-Trump pressure system funding activism, and funding narratives and legal warfare and lawfare and pressure campaigns designed to hobble and to cripple populism and re-engineer, rejigger American politics from the ground up. Now, the same system is aiming at the next generation through kindness videos. They call them kindness videos. Kindness videos that, oh, how cute, that carefully calibrate to steer attitudes on climate policy, equity mandates, immigration, social justice dogma. See where I'm going? And whatever message the donor class wants to embed. This is not paranoid speculation. It is how influence works in 2025. And the left has lost the trust of television audiences. Their prestige news outlets are collapsing, if non existent. Their legacy institutions are withering. Joe Rogan, Russell Brand, Tucker Carlson, Cornel West, Glenn Greenwald, Candace Owens, and a wave of new independent voices have broken away from the approved narrative factory and built audiences the old system cannot control. So, globalist foundations like Rockefeller, Ford, Carnegie, and Gates are turning to influence capture. This is the frontier of communication, my friend, that is now called communication warfare. Engaging the audience, not through debate or journalism, but through emotional storytelling, designed to bypass critical thought. It's brilliant. MrBeast, listen to me right now. MrBeast isn't political on the surface. He gives away money. He plants trees. He feeds the hungry. He builds wells. Beautiful. Philanthropic. That makes him the perfect delivery system. They don't need him to preach. They just need him to soften the hearts of millions of teenage viewers so they associate globalist campaigns with empathy and generosity, while the policy teeth stay hidden behind the curtain, and the donation button becomes the Trojan horse. You see, the algorithm becomes, in essence, the syringe. You see where this is going? Do you see? That is why this matters, critically matters, because influence disguised as entertainment is far more powerful than any speech from any politician. When your child cries at a MrBeast video about saving starving villages, who's writing the subtext? Who defines the solution? Who funds the partnerships showcased on screen? Or on Scream. Ooh, that's a good pun. A Rockefeller Foundation vice president already admitted to AP News that MrBeast can emotionally connect with young people in ways traditional philanthropy cannot, nor could it ever. In other words, traditional persuasion failed. Emotional manipulation is plan B. And the timing is key. Oh my God. Next year's midterms are approaching. And 2028, the race has already begun behind closed doors. Listen carefully. Democrats have lost grip on the youth vote completely. Their cultural dominance, their once cultural dominance, slipped, and their message is sounding tired and awkward. But they know something dangerous about digital psychology. They know. Young voters don't absorb ideas through news articles or party platforms. They absorb meaning through parasocial relationships with creators. It's almost like the bot, but a human bot. They trust content over candidates. If you control content, you control culture. And culture drives politics. What is next-gen storytelling? It is focus-tested propaganda for the age of what they call algorithmic emotion. Storytelling sounds benign, isn't it? Storytelling that hides ideology inside spectacle. And narratives that they give you that sell a mood before a message, an emotional bridge. All these words are great. An emotional bridge to policy, as Rajiv Shah proudly called it. And donors know the average teenager won't read a policy paper, on climate regulation or cashless ID system. No. They will, however, watch a tearful MrBeast video about flooded coastal towns, rising sea levels, or migrant struggles, all wrapped in the language of kindness and urgency. And when a billionaire foundation funds that content, the goal isn't charity by any stretch of the imagination. It's consent. You see, the question is what America will do about it. Parents are largely unaware and clueless because they're busy. It's not their fault. Conservatives still fight the old battles over textbooks and Hollywood scripts, while the real battlefield is TikTok. Netanyahu said it correctly. That's it. TikTok, YouTube, X, YouTube Shorts, Twitch streams, and algorithmic parasocial. Remember that. Parasocial influence. Teen minds are being shaped in real time, not through lectures about, the usual stuff, but through viral kindness. I'm stopping with the air quotes, but these are all viral kindness. And that's why this campaign is so cunning and it's so beautiful. It uses empathy as the camouflage. Look, none of this is an attack on MrBeast personally. He may genuinely believe he is helping the world. Fine. Going to make a gazillion, but it gets more complicated. His charity work has been admirable, but global institutions do not move sentimentality. They move via strategy. Phrased differently, they don't move sentimentally, they move strategically. And the Rockefeller Foundation is not investing in viral philanthropy for entertainment purposes. They're investing in influence, in change, to carve, and to create, and to manufacture the consent of the future through new expatiated concatenational foci. Am I making sense? Now, this is behavioral engineering that's wrapped up, again, in benevolence, in philanthropy, in beneficence. It's politics through, constructive philanthropy and ideology through entertainment. Now, we should ask, this is important, we should ask ourselves one simple question. Why are the richest institutions on earth so desperate to speak directly to our children and to your children? Why are they building emotional pipelines into their lives? Why has the language shifted from policy to storytelling? Why? Because persuasion is about to evolve. And if we do not see it coming, our children will not be voting. They will be guided. Remember, that's the whole notion of AI. It doesn't give you choice. It gives you selection. We'll take care of it. We'll choose for you. We'll give you options, not decisions. We make the decisions. You pick among the options we give you. And guided voters are the foundation of every system the founders warned us about. For months, rumors have swirled around the world's largest YouTube creator, Jimmy Donaldson, MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson. And words like grooming and sex abuse and exploitation flooded online forums, then spilled into articles and lawsuits. But when the dust settled, one reality became clear. As of now, there are no criminal charges against MrBeast, and investigators found no evidence for the most serious of accusations. And there were. The turning point apparently came when his company hired the elite law firm Quinn Emanuel to lead an external investigation into allegations ranging from sexual misconduct to employing a registered sex offender And what happened was, this is very interesting, investigators reviewed millions of pages of material and conducted about 40 witness interviews, including alleged victims. And their conclusion was that the most serious accusations, including grooming minors and sexual abuse, were, quote, without basis. Now, according to reports that were provided, several alleged victims denied they were ever harmed, and some claims evaporated once tested against documents and testimony. It's very interesting. Now, you got to remember something. There's a however there. However, the investigation did uncover inappropriate workplace behavior among some employees. Not the rarest of situations. And these included repeated advances and unprofessional conduct. Several staffers were terminated, and the company apparently reshaped, or was told to have reshaped, leadership, installing a new CEO and implementing new HR and compliance procedures. And these results did not in any way implicate Mr. Beast himself, but confirmed that poor management and poor management oversight existed during what could only be called rapid growth. That said, the controversy is not completely over. Several lawsuits related to the Beast Games production remain alive and active. Litigation today is not exactly a rarity. Plaintiffs accuse the company of emotional distress, unpaid wages, unsafe working conditions, and an environment where harassment was not properly addressed. Now, these are civil cases, not criminal ones. Yet they reveal that Mr. Beast's production empire may have scaled faster than its structure. And a company founded on entertainment, especially involving kids, whatever, suddenly found itself dealing with legal standards and HR expectations usually seen in major studios. So give them a chance. Online, the story became more chaotic than the legal reality. Allegations mutated into viral claims that were often kind of disconnected from evidence. Critics cited Discord messages or third-party rumors, while investigators say that nearly every major accusation failed once examined under legal pressure. But public opinion moves differently. Even if disproven, an allegation that trends for 1 week can stain someone's reputation for years. That's the way that works. So that is why the situation remains complicated. No charges exist, yet lawsuits continue. The investigation cleared, of course, Mr. Beast on the more serious claims, yet the public remains divided, skeptical. Some see a creator forced to confront the realities of running a large enterprise. Others believe fame protected him from deeper scrutiny. Maybe, I don't know. And his critics on social media continue with repeated, accusations and allegations already rejected by investigators. A lot of folks are saying, could this be somehow a means for him to pay back? We got you off the hook, but you owe us now. Remember, sounds familiar? How they'll use something like that, we'll see. Think away, but without proof, it's just an allegation. The bottom line is this: nothing in the public record shows any kind of criminal sexual misconduct by Mr. Beast. There is no verified evidence, no active charges, no legal finding that he personally engaged in any kind of abuse. But his companies, again, the growth, that's the deal. And that's huge. Now, here's the most important thing. This is the critical part. What we are seeing right now is a group of people who are involved in the front line of some of the biggest stuff ever. Mr. Beast is apparently loved. I find it disingenuous, creepy, forced smile. Maybe I'm an adult. Maybe this isn't my thing. Maybe I can see through a kind of this phony baloney, this forced grinning, and that's me. I don't believe really anybody, so that's not exactly a rarity. However, let me ask you this question. Let's say I take somebody. And I just take you. I just take you, any of you. And this is a thing. I take somebody and I say, how would you like to be the biggest thing on YouTube? What do you mean? Well, how many subscribers do you have? 90,000? No. You've got 10 million. I do, yeah. How? Like this. You got 10 million. It's just like with digital. Like, how much money do you want? I'll put the zeros in your bank account. I just create this. Now you're it. Now somebody would say, wait a minute, you can't take somebody that nobody's watching and all of a sudden claim that 50 million people are watching them. Who says? Because once I tell people that 50 million people are watching them, 50 million people will watch them. So you create sometimes the idea of these vectors. You create this artificially. So, and I'm not saying that's his case, but you could one day take somebody who says, this is good. I might take a Dr. Fauci, give him a YouTube show and tell him he's got 30 million viewers or subscribers. You don't think that could happen? You don't think that has happened? Of course it has. What I want you to understand is to always be skeptical, always find a way through it, but ask yourself, do you understand that you are seeing the future of influence and the like now? You are seeing something that we have never seen. This is the future. This is like nothing anybody can understand. It is brilliant. Parasocial storytelling, changing the way we teach people. I want to go after young people. I want you to stick with me. We're going to create a new political force. You're not going to be a Democrat. You're not going to be a Republican. You're going to be this new, whatever you want to do. And people like MrBeast and us, we're out to help you. We're out to spread this new platform of not a confused, maybe confused, but an involved electorate. Let this sink in. When I saw this morning, I couldn't wait to tell you. This is huge. Watch it. Follow it on X. Look at the reaction. Look at what's happening. This is Orwellian. This is bigger than anything you can imagine. I know it. And what happens is you either get it or you don't. Find your friends. Bring this up. If they say who, move on. Don't waste your time trying to explain to people. You either understand it or you don't. I was talking to a friend of mine today about Palantir stocks are dropping. What's that about? There's an AI hit. Why? Is it because of what Palantir is doing? And then the person said, well, what's Palantir doing? Next. I don't have time. I don't have time to teach everybody. You either know what we're talking about or not. It's beyond incredible. So I want you to focus, my friends. Remember, these are great times, fabulous times, incredible times. But you are seeing something that we've never seen. I mean, there's always been propaganda. The days of Frank Capra in Hollywood, but not like this. So, my friends, I wish you a great day. I keep thinking today's Sunday. I don't know why. I think it's this Thanksgiving thing. I hope you still had a wonderful time, and I hope you're enjoying a kind of a postprandial sense of, yes, a sense of goodness, of being full and satiated, a satiety, if you will. All right, my friends, thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Always remember, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. And in the section that comes up afterwards, I want your comments. Listen to what I'm saying. This is huge. The future, you just saw it right now. This is it. This is it. Thank you, my friends. Have a great day. Now, it's time for you to comment as you see fit.